think internal teams can find it really hard sometimes to mentally switch from one day their focus is on kind of building a really stable system and keeping that running, to then trying to do something really quick and innovative and get it out. I think also internal teams tend to have, they know about all of the history of why we're doing things in a certain way. And sometimes I think an external team coming in doesn't have that history. So they are much more likely to ask the kind of silly questions or the questions that have been asked internally a number of times. And that's usually a good way of getting to a more innovative output. I think Headforwards are really good at doing these innovative projects because we do them quite a lot. And I think that we've got a culture of kind of experimentation and asking questions. We really want to look at the kind of what's the smallest thing we can do in order to deliver some output. And I think that's a really core part of doing these early stage POCs. The process really starts with a workshop conversation, and the workshop really is there to understand whether we're going down whether it's really a PoC type project or whether it's more of an MVP type project. If we're talking about more of an MVP approach, that's usually when there's a really clear idea what needs to be delivered. So we'll start to use techniques like user story mapping to really start to understand how can we deliver that functionality in sensible iterations that allow us to get to market quickly and then build on top of it. If we're going down a more POC route, that's where there's some sort of uncertainty that we want to address before we're ready to build something. So that could be a technical uncertainty, it could be a kind of UI usability type uncertainty, or it could be a market fit type of uncertainty. And then in those examples, what we'll do is work with the client to agree a set of kind of prioritized experiments we want to run. So that might be something like a paper prototype. If we've got a usability question, it might be something that we want to just build up a really quick technical test. Is this technology stack going to do the thing we want it to do? Or it might be something else we need to produce in order to go to market and get feedback from investors or from potential customers. I think a technology example where we've been quite successful was the work we did with Caspian One. What
Lewis from Caspian wanted to do was sort of prove integration, API integration, with the necessary products. So he came to us and said, I need to do something in 2 weeks and I need to start now. We started in a coding language we know very well, our core strength, which is .NET, and we built that capability as a proof of concept in 2 weeks. The financial world codes in a different language, which is Java. We then rebuilt it in Java in the next 2 weeks and proved that again, but set up in the language that was needed in that environment.